A few days ago, Barcelona announced their newest signing, Karim Adeyemi from Borussia Dortmund. A fee reported at 22 million euros plus up to 7 to 9 million more in add-ons. Here's the number almost none of the highlight reels mentioned. Dortmund paid 30 million euros for this exact player 4 years ago. Once you add up the fee and the likely add-ons, Dortmund are selling him for roughly what they paid after 4 full seasons of wages, coaching, and squad space. So the real question isn't why Barcelona wanted him. It's why a player good enough to start for a top German club barely held his value for half a decade. Adeyemi came up through Bayern Munich's academy, left for Red Bull Salzburg in 2018 for around 10 million, broke out there, and Dortmund paid 30 million for him in 2022. 3 clubs, 3 fees, each one betting his value would keep climbing. For the first 2, it worked. Then the climb stopped because a transfer fee isn't really a price on a player. It's a price on however many productive years a club believes are left in him. Adeyemi's injury record at Dortmund includes a thigh problem in late 2024, an illness in January 2025, and an ankle injury in February 2026. None of those are career-threatening alone. Stacked together, they're exactly the pattern that makes buying clubs nervous and makes selling clubs accept less just to get the deal done before the value drops further. Now look at how the deal was structured, because this is the interesting part. 22 million guaranteed, another 7 to 9 million only if performance conditions are met. Barcelona weren't really negotiating a price, and they were negotiating who carries the uncertainty. If Adeyemi gets injured again, Barcelona only pay the guaranteed amount. If he performs, the extra millions are easy money because by then he'll have proven he was worth it. Dortmund, meanwhile, had their own calculation. Waiting wasn't free. One more season meant one more year of wages, one more injury risk, one more chance his value kept sliding instead of recovering. 22 million today was worth more to them than the possibility of 30 million a year from now for a player whose recent trend pointed the wrong way. There's also a clause that never makes the headlines. Dortmund reportedly secured a percentage of any future profit Barcelona make if they sell him again, a small stake in his upside even after selling low. And because Adeyemi trained at Bayern's academy as a teenager, a small share of this fee is very likely owed to Bayern too, for a transfer they have nothing to do with. Now flip to Barcelona's side because the timing here matters. For years, signing a player at Barcelona came with an extra step most clubs never think about, registering him. Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Koundé all sat unregistered for weeks after their transfers. In early 2025, the league even unwound the move that let Dani Olmo and Pau Victor play at all. This summer looks different. Barcelona are reportedly close to finally meeting La Liga's break-even rule, helped by rebuilt stadium revenue and Robert Lewandowski's own expected departure, which alone frees up roughly 24 million euros in wage room. That context matters more to supporters than Adeyemi's pace. It's the difference between a new signing training with the squad immediately and one sitting out the season opener while auditors argue over spreadsheets. Here's the part almost no channel explains, and it's exactly how a deal like this becomes possible in the first place. Barcelona won't record this transfer as a 22 million euro hit to this season's books. That cost gets spread across the length of his 5-year contract instead, a little over 4 million a year on paper, rather than landing all at once. Compare this to the other major deal Barcelona completed the same summer. Anthony Gordon from Newcastle reported around 70 million euros. 2 signings, same window, wildly different price tags. One a proven winger at peak value, the other a talented but inconsistent forward, available closer to a discount because his value had already started sliding. Barcelona weren't just buying 2 wingers, they were buying 2 different bets at 2 different risk levels, spending big where the outcome felt closer to certain, and spending cautiously where it didn't. So where does this leave the deal? In the version where it works, Barcelona get a rejuvenated Adeyemi contributing real minutes. And in 2 or 3 years, the fee looks like a bargain. In the version where it doesn't, the same injury pattern continues. He becomes a rotation option. And by the time his own contract nears its final year, Barcelona face exactly what Dortmund just faced, a talented player and a market unwilling to pay much for him.
Barcelona didn't really buy Karim Adeyemi. They bought a financial outcome that hasn't happened yet. If you want more breakdowns like this, the money, the strategy, and the numbers hiding behind football's biggest transfer headlines, subscribe because the real story is almost never the one the headline tells you.